Throughout history, prophecies have always been a source of intrigue and mystery, captivating people for centuries. One of the most famous prophets is Michel de Nostradamus, commonly known as Nostradamus. He left behind hundreds of prophetic poems called quatrains, predicting future events. From great wars to catastrophic natural disasters, Nostradamus's prophecies are not only astounding for their accuracy, but also for the enigmatic way they are expressed. As we approach 2024, a year on the brink of significant change, many believe that we are witnessing the realization of these ancient prophecies. A year forecasted to be filled with uncertainties and challenges. Can we foresee the future through the eyes of a 16th century prophet? In this video, we will explore the top 10 most notable prophecies of Nostradamus that may come true and analyze the signs that suggest they are gradually unfolding in today's world. Prepare yourself to face uncomfortable truths, as each prophecy carries warnings of catastrophic events and signs of the apocalypse. The question is, are we living in the times when these prophecies are becoming reality? This video is not just a journey through mystical predictions, but a wake-up call for each of us in this tumultuous era. Prophecy of U.S.-China conflict. Nostradamus predicted a devastating naval battle between the world's two greatest powers, the United States and China. He wrote, "The Great One will wage war, and the Red Enemy shall tremble." The Red Enemy is interpreted by many scholars as China, a nation represented by a red flag, and known for its assertive military actions around Taiwan. By 2024, tensions between the U.S. and China have escalated beyond trade wars and technological disputes into potential military conflicts. China has increased military drills around Taiwan, while the U.S. has pledged to defend Taiwan as a democratic ally. A fleet of warships from both sides has been deployed in the region, where a small misstep could trigger a significant war. Beyond Taiwan, the prolonged trade war has weakened both economies, creating a tense and unstable environment. Tariffs, sanctions, and other economic measures have fueled suspicion and hostility, pushing both nations into an inevitable confrontation. In this context, Nostradamus's prophecy serves not just as a warning of a specific war, but as a reminder of the fragility of global peace. A conflict between the U.S. and China might not be limited to a naval battle, but could extend to other areas such as technology, cybersecurity, and even space confrontations. China's ongoing military expansion and increasing influence have sparked a new arms race, once again putting the world on the brink of a new Cold War. What's more concerning is that this conflict could involve allies from both sides, turning a regional confrontation into a new world war. A major conflict between the U.S. and China would not only affect the Pacific region, but also have profound impacts on the global economy, supply chains, and the stability of many other nations. Personally, I believe that while the threat of a full-scale war is real, there is still hope to prevent it if national leaders can prioritize global interests over national ambitions. The world has seen too much suffering from past wars, and we need to learn from history to avoid repeating similar mistakes. For those of us following the situation, the most important thing is not to be swayed by warmongering rhetoric from any side. Instead, we need to promote peace and dialogue, no matter how challenging it may be. Preparing mentally and having contingency plans for emergencies are also necessary, especially for those living in high-risk areas. Ultimately, remember that no matter how frightening the prophecies may be, we still have the power to choose actions that can change the future. By maintaining faith, praying, and acting with compassion, we can hope for a better outcome, where peace and mutual understanding prevail. Prophecy of a new Pope. Nostradamus predicted the emergence of a new pope at a time when the current pope, possibly Pope Francis, might pass away or resign due to health issues. He wrote, "Through the death of a very old pontiff, a Roman of good age will be elected." This prophecy has drawn particular attention as Pope Francis is advanced in age, and faces several health challenges. Recently, there has been much speculation about the possibility of Pope Francis retiring or his health not being sufficient to continue his duties. This leads to a high possibility of a papal election in 2024, as Nostradamus predicted. The prophecy also emphasizes that this new pope might not receive widespread support, both within and outside the Catholic Church. Additionally, the prophecy mentions a child with dark complexion who might play a crucial role in this change, suggesting the possibility of electing a pope from Africa or Asia, something unprecedented in history. This shift could have significant impacts, not just on the Church, but on the entire global Catholic community. Electing a new pope, especially one from outside Europe, would mark a historic turning point and could be a major step forward in diversifying and revitalizing the Church. However, this change also comes with challenges. A new pope might face pressure from conservative factions who may not accept rapid changes. From a personal perspective, I see this as a great opportunity for the Catholic Church to reshape and adapt to the 21st century. Leadership from a pope of African or Asian descent would not only bring cultural diversity, but also reflect the reality that the majority of today's Catholic faithful are no longer limited to Europe. This is an opportunity for the Church to demonstrate that it is willing to listen to and represent the voices of all believers worldwide. However, we cannot overlook the difficulties. The Catholic Church has been grappling with multiple crises, from abuse scandals to declining church attendance and loss of public trust. A new pope, if not strongly supported, could struggle to lead the Church through these challenges. This will require skill and courage from both the leader and the faithful. For the faithful community, having a new pope is not just a religious event, but also an opportunity to reflect and realign their faith. We need to pray for the leadership of the new pope, that he will guide the Church in the right direction, uphold traditional values, while embracing change and progress. Remember, every change comes with challenges, but it also brings opportunities for growth and advancement. With God's guidance, we can overcome all obstacles and find light in the darkest times. Let us pray and put our faith in the leadership of the new Pope, and together enter a new chapter for the Catholic Church. Prophecy of the Rise of China. One of Nostradamus's most striking prophecies is about the unstoppable rise of China, predicting that this nation will surpass the United States to become a global superpower. He wrote, "The great city's empire will not consent to the great leopard's corrupt practices," referring to the clash between two major civilizations. Over the past decade, China has risen significantly in both economic and military strength, becoming a primary rival to the U.S. on multiple fronts, from technology to international trade. Initiatives like the Belt and Road Initiative have helped China expand its global influence from Asia to Africa and Europe. This not only worries Western countries, but also challenges U.S. dominance in international organizations and the global financial system. In this context, Nostradamus's prophecy about the rise of an Eastern superpower becomes clearer and more alarming than ever. The increasingly strained relationship between the U.S. and China, especially in strategic areas like artificial intelligence, cybersecurity, and the space race, could be a prelude to a significant shift in the global balance of power. Based on current developments, I believe that China's rise is not just an economic phenomenon, but a significant challenge to Western value systems. China is not only surpassing the U.S. economically, but also establishing its own standards in areas like technology and global security, showing that this is not just a race for power, but also a battle of future visions. One notable aspect is how China uses soft power to expand its influence. From investing in infrastructure projects in developing countries to promoting culture through movies, music, and technology, China is crafting a new image of a superpower that offers an alternative to the Western model. However, this rapid development also comes with significant risks. China's rapid expansion of influence could lead to inevitable conflicts of interest with other countries, particularly in sensitive areas like the South China Sea. Additionally, China is grappling with internal challenges such as wealth disparity, social inequality, and issues of democracy. For the world, China's rise is an undeniable reality, and instead of seeking confrontation, nations should find ways to adapt and cooperate where possible. However, it is crucial not to blindly embrace China's influence without considering the long-term implications. We need to remember that no matter how powerful a nation becomes, nothing is eternal. Shifts in the global balance of power are natural and unavoidable. The key is to maintain balance and peace, not allowing potential conflicts to escalate into actual wars. Remember Christ's teachings, that we should live in peace and love one another, and put our trust in God to overcome the challenges of the new era. Prophecy of the return of Donald Trump. Nostradamus predicted the return of a white dragon, and that America would fall into chaos once again. Many believe that the white dragon refers to Donald Trump, one of the most controversial figures in American political history. Nostradamus warns that this return could further deepen America's divisions, pushing the nation into a state of chaos and conflict. Since leaving the White House, Donald Trump has maintained a significant influence on American politics. He frequently appears at rallies, endorses candidates, and consistently criticizes the current administration. Recently, he announced his bid for re-election in 2024, raising concerns that America might face a new phase of political turmoil. If Trump returns, he may continue to escalate confrontational policies against China, tighten immigration issues, and put additional pressure on allied relationships. This will not only affect America internally, but also cause significant disruptions on the international stage. The return of Donald Trump, if it becomes reality, will be a major challenge not just for the U.S., but for the entire world. Trump is a polarizing figure. He is strongly supported by those who appreciate his decisive leadership style and unconventional thinking. But he is also widely criticized for his controversial decisions and unorthodox management. Personally, I see Trump's return as an opportunity for America to re-examine underlying issues that were masked by the facade of economic success. However, if not well managed, the polarization in American society could escalate into severe social conflict with unpredictable consequences. It is crucial not to let political differences lead to violence and conflict. America has long been a symbol of unity and freedom, and needs to return to these core values. We should encourage open dialogue and mutual respect, even when we do not agree on everything. For the faithful, the return of a controversial leader could be a test of our faith in justice and peace. However, remember that God is always with us, guiding and protecting. We need to pray for our leaders, regardless of who they are, and hope that they will be enlightened by God to make the right decisions for the common good. Finally, we should mentally prepare for any upheavals that may occur, but not let them shake our faith in God and a brighter future. By maintaining faith, we can overcome all difficulties and move toward a more peaceful and just world. Prophecy of celestial fire, or extraterrestrial phenomenon. Nostradamus gave a mysterious prophecy about a celestial fire descending upon a royal edifice, implying a major disaster that could occur due to a meteor or an unknown extraterrestrial phenomenon. He wrote, "A celestial fire will descend upon a royal edifice, evoking frightening images of the collapse of power structures or global events. With advancements in space science, monitoring and detecting potentially hazardous asteroids has become more common, and the concern over a major asteroid impact on Earth is valid. Recently, NASA and other space agencies have launched projects to protect the planet from asteroids that could cause significant damage. However, Nostradamus's prophecy might also refer to phenomena yet to be discovered, or even the appearance of extraterrestrial life. With advances in space exploration, From discovering potentially habitable planets to mysterious radio signals from the universe, the prospect of contact with extraterrestrial civilizations is no longer far-fetched. As someone interested in extraterrestrial life and cosmic phenomena, I see Nostradamus's prophecy as not only a warning about the threat from asteroids, but also a reminder of humanity's smallness and fragility in the vast universe. Every time we look at the night sky, we do not just see stars but doors to countless mysteries yet to be discovered. In the current context, preparing for cosmic disasters is necessary, but more importantly, we must realize that we are just a small part of a much larger picture. Exploring the universe not only helps us better understand potential threats, but also opens new possibilities for energy sources, resources, and even new habitats for humanity. If this prophecy indeed refers to the appearance of extraterrestrials, it could be an opportunity for us to learn and grow. However, we must also prepare for the possibility that not all encounters will be peaceful. As in Earth's history, the clash between civilizations can lead to conflict and destruction. Whether or not the prophecy comes true, the important thing is that we must always be ready to face challenges from the universe. Investing in science and technology to protect Earth is necessary, but we must also maintain an open mind and readiness to learn. Remember, every challenge from the universe is also a reminder of the necessity for global unity and cooperation. Only when humanity stands together can we overcome these challenges and move towards a future full of hope and discovery. Prophecy of a new energy source. One of Nostradamus's most intriguing predictions is the discovery of a new energy source in 2024. He wrote, "A new engine will be invented, which will be powered by a new and mysterious source of energy, raising hopes of a breakthrough that could change the way we use and consume energy." In recent years, scientists and engineers worldwide have been pushing forward with research into alternative energy sources, from solar and wind power to more advanced forms such as antimatter, zero-point energy, or dark matter. A breakthrough discovery could not only reduce dependence on fossil fuels, but also contribute to solving the increasingly severe climate crisis. However, with great benefits, the development of a new energy source also comes with challenges, from cost and safety issues to ethical and political concerns about control and distribution. I believe that discovering and using a new energy source could be key to addressing many of the current global problems. Dependence on fossil fuels not only harms the environment but is also a root cause of many conflicts and political instability. A clean and abundant energy source would help reduce resource disputes and promote a more sustainable global economy. However, caution is also necessary. Controlling and distributing a new energy source could become the cause of new conflicts, especially if it falls into the hands of irresponsible forces or is used for malicious purposes. Moreover, the environmental and social impacts of deploying a new large-scale technology need careful consideration to avoid repeating past mistakes. Ethically, we need to ensure that the benefits of this new energy source are shared equitably, not just reserved for wealthy nations or corporations. This technology needs to be developed and deployed sustainably, protecting the interests of the entire planet and all its people. Preparing for the emergence of a new energy source involves not only developing technology, but also establishing appropriate legal and ethical frameworks. We need to work together to ensure that this new energy source benefits everyone and does not become a tool for division or conflict. Let us pray for scientists and engineers that they will find sustainable and safe solutions to protect the planet. At the same time, we must prepare for the challenges that may arise, from managing new technologies to addressing accompanying social issues. We cannot predict everything that will happen, but with faith in God and human wisdom, we can hope for a brighter future where new energy sources help us live in harmony with nature and each other. Prophecy of a major earthquake in California. Nostradamus predicted a major earthquake in California in 2024 with the phrase, "The land of the West will be shaken by a great tremor." This prophecy is particularly noteworthy, as California sits on the San Andreas Fault, a region known for frequent large earthquakes. California has long been known as one of the most seismically active areas in the world. Historical earthquakes like the 1906 San Francisco earthquake and the 1994 Northridge earthquake left devastating impacts on life and property. Scientists warn that a major earthquake on the San Andreas Fault is inevitable. It's just a matter of time. Nostradamus' prediction of a significant earthquake occurring in 2024 raises further concerns about California potentially facing a major natural disaster. With a dense population and critical infrastructure, the consequences of such an earthquake could be severe. Preparing for earthquakes is an essential part of life for Californians. However, based on the damage caused by past earthquakes, I believe much more needs to be done to ensure community safety. Measures such as constructing earthquake-resistant buildings, training communities in emergency response, and investing in early warning systems need to be further strengthened. Spiritually, earthquakes are not just natural disasters, but reminders of human fragility against the power of nature. We must remember that no matter how advanced science becomes, we still rely heavily on nature's mercy and God's protection. Facing natural disasters like earthquakes, the most important thing is not to be complacent. Prepare emergency plans for yourself and your family, and learn how to use warning and rescue devices. Also, take the time to learn about protecting yourself and those around you in an emergency. Pray for God's protection, and maintain faith that even in the face of great disasters, we will never be abandoned. Live responsibly with the environment and with each other, because only when we value and protect what we have can we overcome the challenges that life presents. Prophecy of human lifespan extending to 150 to 170 years. One of Nostradamus' ambitious predictions is the extension of human lifespan to 150 to 170 years. He wrote, "The human body will continue to mend itself for a significant length of time, suggesting that scientific advancements could help humans live much longer than today. Research in regenerative medicine, stem cell technology, and genetic medicine is opening new possibilities for extending lifespan and improving quality of life. Advances in understanding the aging process and interventions to alter it are being developed at a rapid pace. However, extending lifespan not only brings benefits, but also poses many economic, social, and ethical challenges. A society with more elderly people may face issues related to resources, healthcare, and inequality in accessing advanced medical technologies. I believe that extending lifespan could offer many great benefits, such as more time to achieve life goals, experience new things, and contribute more to society. However, we also need to consider the quality of those additional years. No one wants to live long but suffer from illness or loneliness. Ethically, extending lifespan raises questions about fairness in accessing new technologies. Will only the wealthy be able to buy additional years of life while the poor miss out? How can we ensure that these medical advances serve the common good, rather than just a small group in society? Additionally, living longer requires us to change how we view life. A longer life does not mean we are exempt from challenges or responsibilities. Instead, it demands that we live more responsibly, not only for ourselves, but also for future generations. We should mentally prepare for the changes that extended lifespan brings. The key is not just to live longer, but to live healthily and meaningfully. Take care of your health early, maintain a healthy lifestyle, and stay updated on the latest knowledge in medicine and healthcare. Remember that no matter how much science advances, life always has limits, and we need to learn to accept them. Live each day with gratitude and appreciation, and do not forget that life is measured not only by the number of years we live, but also by the quality of those years. Pray for God to grant us the wisdom and strength to live a full and meaningful life, whether short or long. We do not know what tomorrow will bring, but with faith and hope, we can face every challenge and find joy in each day of life. Prophecy of the rise of artificial intelligence. Nostradamus predicted that artificial intelligence, AI, would become more complex and widespread by 2024, potentially surpassing humans in intelligence and skill. He wrote, "The machines will surpass the humans in intelligence and skill, suggesting a future where AI could replace humans in many fields." AI has been and continues to change how we live and work. From automation systems in industries, virtual assistants, to applications in healthcare and education, AI is becoming increasingly prevalent and significant. However, the rise of AI also brings concerns about job loss, privacy violations, and the risk of AI getting out of human control. With the rise of advanced technologies like deep learning, neural networks, and natural language processing, AI is gradually becoming smarter and able to learn from data at unprecedented speeds. This raises questions about the role of humans in a world where machines can do much more than we can. As someone interested in technology, I see that the rise of AI brings both great opportunities and challenges. AI can help us solve complex problems, from healthcare, education, to environmental protection. However, if not managed and developed responsibly, AI can also become a threat. One of the biggest concerns is that AI could be used for malicious purposes, such as autonomous weapons, surveillance and control of citizens, or creating disinformation. Moreover, as machines become too intelligent, there is a risk of losing control when AI makes decisions that do not align with human moral values. Ethically, we need to raise questions about control and responsibility. If machines become smarter than humans, who will be accountable for the decisions they make? How can we ensure that AI is developed and used fairly and beneficially for the whole society? In a world where AI is increasingly developing, it is crucial that we always uphold human values. Technology should serve humanity, not the other way around. We need to promote the development of AI ethically and responsibly, while also preparing for the changes it brings. Learn to use AI wisely and appropriately, not allowing it to replace fundamental values like compassion, honesty, and social responsibility. At the same time, prepare for major social and economic changes, and do not forget to pray for God's guidance and protection in every step we take. We cannot predict all that will happen, but with faith and perseverance, we can face every challenge and turn them into opportunities to learn and grow. Trust in God and in human intelligence that we can use technology to build a better world for everyone. Prophecy of the rise of a new global leader. Nostradamus predicted the emergence of a new global leader in 2024 who would have a major influence on international politics. He wrote, "A great leader will rise from the East who will unite the world and bring peace and prosperity." In a world facing multiple crises, from regional conflicts, climate change, to economic instability, the emergence of a leader capable of unifying and leading the world is something many people hope for. Major countries like China, India, and Russia are all seeking to expand their influence on the global stage, and no one can predict who will emerge as the new global leader. The rise of a new leader from the East could bring significant changes in how the world operates. If this leader can promote international cooperation and resolve conflicts peacefully, the world could enter a new phase of prosperity and peace. However, if this leader chooses a path of authoritarianism and aggression, it could plunge the world into a new spiral of conflict. The emergence of a new global leader could bring hope, but also many challenges. I believe that a good leader is one who listens and puts the common good above personal or national interests. Today's world needs leaders with a broad vision who know how to work together to address common issues, from climate change to conflict and poverty. However, we must also be wary of leaders who seek to consolidate their power without regard for the people's interests. History has shown that absolute power often leads to corruption and abuse of power. Therefore, oversight and checks on power are necessary to ensure that leaders act in the common good. Furthermore, the emergence of a new global leader will require nations to adjust their international relations and find ways to adapt to new changes. International unity and cooperation will be key to ensuring a future of peace and prosperity for all. In the coming time, we should place our trust in leaders who know how to listen, learn, and have compassion. Pray for those in power, that they will be enlightened by God to make the right decisions for humanity. We cannot know who the new global leader will be, but what is certain is that we need to prepare for major changes that may occur. Always maintain faith and compassion. Be ready to cooperate and build a better world where everyone can live in peace and prosperity. Finally, remember that true leadership does not only come from one individual, but from all of us. Each person has the ability to contribute to positive change, however small, and with everyone's collective effort, we can overcome all challenges and build a brighter future for the whole world.